Okay, good day. Here's a little DIY project for butt connecting heavy gauge wires. In this method, I'm going to use a spent 9mm casing or cartridge as my butt connector. Of course you can use wire connectors from the hardware store or some other methodology, but in the field that's what I had, and my house is far away, so I used the stuff I have laying around. In this case was a 9mm casing, and when you try to twist heavy 10 gauge wire together, it could be rather cumbersome, and it usually doesn't come out right unless you have some good wire connectors. But this methodology works out as a do-it-yourself type thing if you have nothing else the proper methodology to use in the field. You could use I have a vise to use today, or you can use a vise grip to hold your 9mm casing pipe. And this is what the 9mm casing looks like. It's going to be our butt connector right here. So we're going to install it. I'm going to put it right in here like that, and we'll proceed from there. Okay, this is how we're going to do it this time. We're going to use this 9mm bullet casing here to butt connect two heavy gauge wires, such as 10 gauge wire. So here we go. Let's put it in the vise like that. Heat it up. Put some molten solder in there. Still molten in there. And that's basically it. It's a good connection, good solder connection. And then just tape it and you're done, pretty much. That's when you don't have the proper one laying around the house. You gotta use what you got. That sucker is very solid now. Very solid. This, of course, you probably want to cut a little shorter and just throw it in there, and then we tape it up. And you got good connection. Good connection using a bullet casing, something to use it for. Make sure the primer's spent. You don't want to be heating this up. That's a real solid connection. You can't pull that apart. Okay, I hope that helps somebody. If you have some spent casings around the house and you're doing a wiring job, you can use a little 22 for smaller wires. Same applies. Just heat the molten solder up and just stick the wires in there and you're good to go. But this was some heavy gauge wire. You could probably even put 3 or 4 in there, and it'd make a good connection. Anyway, hope it helps. Then we'll tape this up all around from here about up, go up, and you're done. Thank you for watching. Okay, the finished product should look something like this. We have it taped up. That is solid as it ever be. You can't make any more solid. The reason you do this is, I mean, you could. These wires are hard to twist when you're in the field. They're hard to connect, and if you got 3 wires, they're really hard to connect. So you just slip this over, and then, I mean, you just have the molten solder in there, and just slip the 3 of them in there, and just heat it up, and it'll set right in there, and you'll have a good connection. I mean, there's other ways of doing it. This is just if you if you don't have anything else laying around and you got some 9mm or 38 special or 22 caliber, that makes for a good casing, because all the brass is all one solid connection. So there you go. Hope it helps.